Hey, smart authors. Welcome to another episode of the Smart Author Podcast. In today's episode, I wanted to come on and tell you what is working right now with Facebook ads for selling books. All right, so in this episode, I am going to dive into some of the core fundamentals of what I'm seeing working right now so that you can have success with your ads as well. Now, a couple of the biggest things to note is the overall thought process that goes into creating your ads. You really want to come at it from an angle of congruency, first and foremost. Congruency meaning, hey, my ad language, copy, designed for creatives and so on should match my sales page for my book. Now, we've got a bunch of other videos on the channel that all relate to creating sales pages for your books. And so making that congruency element work is pretty simple. The next thing that we like to look at for our ads is making a really good, compelling piece of copy or primary text. And the way that you can think about this is twofold. There's definitely several different things to test for the copy piece. The first is problem-aware ads. Okay, so there's 5 stages of customers, right? So they are either unaware, problem-aware, solution-aware, product-aware, or most aware. Okay, so when it comes to what you are selling, you're most likely going to have people who are either problem aware or solution aware. Okay. Very, very rarely will you have product aware unless you're like very well known in the space. So let's just forget about unaware and most aware for now. So problem aware basically considers the problem that a potential customer has right now. Okay. And so if you think about problem aware, it goes beyond your product. It's what does the product actually solve for my customers? As an example, if I had a book that was helping someone make more money, but by spending less time in their business, I would actually go into some of the problems that working more in their business whilst not earning enough money is actually causing them. When you think about the avatar, you can think about what are the potential things that they're going through that they may be struggling with right now. And so we actually have things like my relationship is in agony because I'm working too much. I'm not doing the things I love because I'm working too much. We can't afford to go on vacation because I don't earn enough and I'm working too much, and so on. And so you can see that there's like all of these ramifications of working too much and not earning enough money. And so that's what problem aware really encases. When you come into solution aware, the switch is that they now know what the solution is to their problem, but they're not aware of any providers who offer that solution yet. They kind of know that, okay, cool. I'm working too much. I'm aware that I'm working too much. I'm aware that I'm not earning enough money. I know that doing X, Y, Z is the solution to those things, but I don't know who can help me yet. And then that transitions us into product aware, which is essentially the businesses who can solve that for them. And so that now is like our book as an example. And so that's when we can really easily position our book, and then, you know, they would be aware of us. Now, most people are in the stage of problem or solution aware. They kind of know that, hey, I've got these problems, or I know the solution to these problems. I just don't know who can help. And so when we write our Facebook ads, the thing that I like to do is I like to go at it from a problem aware perspective, because if you can explain their problem to them in such a clear amount of detail, then they're going to naturally assume that whatever you're selling, and this basically bridges us to solution and product, is going to be the thing for them. And so, you know, this makes it really easy, especially if you've just got a book. You know, books are low costing or potentially giving it away for free. It makes our ads very easy to convert. And so the way that you would write this is, I would love for you to think about telling a story of a problem that your book is solving and going into very great detail about all of the additional things that they may be experiencing in their life. If you can tell it from a perspective that you understand because you wrote a book that solves this, then it's going to be very easy for you to bridge the gap. So that's the first type of ad that I would suggest that you have a look at running. The second kind of ad is just directly a solution aware ad. It's more based around benefits of the book, and we see this working very well. I like to test essentially both styles, because if we do problem where it's going very deep into people who are struggling with a lot of things, and they're potentially scared of even buying from Facebook ads or whatever. And then on this side, you've got people who they just kind of want to see what they can get out of the book at a glance without really having to read a long form copy and all of that kind of stuff. So I would really suggest like having kind of both in your arsenal and testing both at least and seeing what works for you. And so from a benefit-based copy perspective, you can simply just go like, I like to pose a problem statement, something like, hey, are you working too much and not making enough money in your business? ? Hey, that's okay, because we've actually got a solution for you. And then you can just go into like, inside this best-selling book, you can learn bum, 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 bum. That will help you with bum, 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 bum. Click the link below to get your copy, kind of thing. And essentially that just simplifies the process. And again, just gives people like the one pager of what they can expect from your book. And, we go into some pain points a little bit, but it's very, short. Now, from a creative perspective, I've actually got 23 actually different images and graphics and things like that in a creative library that you can purchase for $99. But let me briefly explain a few for you here. So the first image that we find works tremendously well is simply a box with a bunch of your books in there. Okay. So the way that you frame this image is that you have the box opened, maybe tilted slightly as well, and just take a photo of a bunch of your books in a box. So if you just want to order like 10 copies of your book or something, maybe 12, so it's like 4 stacks of 3 or 3 stacks of 4 or something, and just have that there. You could even just order like a few and just have like other books behind it, kind of thing. That's a fantastic creative that we like to use. And this is very good to put with either copy variations that I recommended because it's simple. Okay. So we love to test that. I love to test just like you holding your book with another person, a reader, a fan, or whatever. That's really fantastic as well to test. Other ones, from a graphical perspective, a picture of your book mock-up with just some text for the book itself. And so it can be something along the lines of free book, get yours today, or new book, get yours today, or best-selling book, get yours today, kind of thing. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. The other things that we like to test with video format is actually a book flipping video. And this is actually our number one performer for ads at the moment in terms of creative. And to be honest, you can have terrible copy and have this one creative and it should sell copies of your book very well. So the setup is essentially you have a camera looking down. Okay. So you can either have your spouse, your friend, or whatever holding the camera over your shoulder so you can use 2 hands. Obviously, shooting a video, I like to put the book cover in the frame of the camera. I like to drop the book on a table or something, pick it back up, and then start flicking through the pages. You can essentially go through all the pages at once and then find some interesting pages in the book. And so you might want to dog ear these so that you can quickly grab them. But this really just helps to show the reader what's inside. From there, you can go to like the table of contents, and then you can just kind of show the book cover again. And then I like to drop it again. And then kind of that's the video. No call to actions, nothing like that. The copy and the headline and the button on the ad will be call to action enough. So that's a couple of different creatives that you can use. Again, you can get the full library in the description below at the link. And of course, if you have any questions at all regarding this, please let me know. More than happy to help out with some more examples, or more than happy to do another episode to go a little bit deeper on this kind of stuff with you. But for now, that should be plenty to get you started, and hopefully you have some good success. Do you have a book that you'd like to get into the hands of more people? Then book in, pun intended, for a book marketing review with me, and I'll show you how you can do that. Click the link below and we'll set up a chat to see how we can help you sell more books.